maybe any other reason. Okay, so C drive, D drive, E drive, F drive is there in Windows operating system. Very good. And where is operating system is located, guys? In which drive usually operating system is located?
C drive.
C drive only. Okay, not in other drives. Very good. Very good. Of course, some of application I put it in some different drives like this. E drive have a, program files kind of stuff is also there like this, and this is also XAMPP is an application I installed here. Okay, but majorly in a C drive only all operating system and applications are located. Mainly all operating system related files in a only single drive C drive only in Windows. This is also a difference. Okay, next. Next, if you have an application, if you install an application, generally in C drive, program files x86. Like program files means 64-bit. Program files x86 means 32-bit applications. Generally. Windows folder. You can see a Windows folder here. Windows folder meant all Windows operating system related files. All Windows operating system files stores in a Windows folder. Inside there are a lot of folders, and one more important folder is system32. Okay, one more important folder is system32. So this is also contain certain drivers related files or some executable files kind of stuff is located. Application opening files, DLL files are stores here. So mainly your operating system works, the main operating system all important files, OS related file stores in a Windows folder. And system32 another one, application stores in program file and program files x86. These are log files, so we don't mind. I put a lot of things here, so don't worry about it. Download is a common folder. Yeah, that is nothing. Next important folder is users. Next important folder is users. If you open a users, you can see like this is my username. Okay, so this is my username, my system, my laptop username. Okay, so all my user data, all user profile data stores in this one only, C drive, users. Under this one I have a profile data. For example, if I go to desktop here, this is my desktop data. So this is my desktop data, you can see this is my desktop data. Okay, you can see this my desktop data. Okay, if I download something, where it will store the downloads. This is my download data. This is my download data. Okay. If I create some folders or like when I have a pictures, videos, see videos, my pictures, all these things stores here only. Of course, mine is I'm using from so many years, so that's why a lot of data, a lot of folders are there. So but don't worry about it. But where is the user profile data, means user, what are the user download or kind of stuff, it is there. Okay, so see users, username, inside all user personal data is stored here by default. Even though if you open a CMD, normal CMD, see users username it is showing. So if you create any file here, it will create here only. So that is another part in your Windows system. Okay, programs, program files, application, Windows folder, operating system, users, user related data. Okay, so some more thing I need. So check mark is there or not? Yes, check mark is there. So I want to show you some more files here. My C is freezed or what? Options like this. Go to this option, view, scroll down, hide protected operating system files. So unselect this. I'm unselecting this one. Hide protected operating system files. Apply. Okay. Okay, so few more things are in there. What is this boot mgr? Anybody will tell what is boot mgr? Anyone?
Boot manager.
Yes, boot manager,
Booting
bootloader,
manager.
bootloader. So when you power on your system, okay, after BIOS checking the post kind of stuff, boot manager will tell you how to load the operating system. So sorry, bootloader will tell you how to load operating system. So first boot mgr will load it to ram, then only it will load other things. Okay, so this is boot mgr file. Okay, it won't visible directly, that's why I've opened from the security. Okay, view, again select this one, hide protect operating system files, apply. See, it is gone now. Okay, so that is a boot mgr, that is also there in a your c drive. Why I told about your c drive kind of stuff, all kind of stuff. Okay, because when you see a linux, it is not a new one, it is not a nothing a new one, it is also like that, but little different in a place wise. So that is okay. Okay, just one second, just 1 second. This is file system hierarchy, same as like that but little different. Okay, so what is this different, what is this slash? Slash means enter your hard disk. Slash means enter your hard disk. Who is sending this? What are the prerequisites for installing VMware in Windows? It's already in download now. Who is this candidate? Maybe from 8th batch, I don't know currently. Okay, so file system hierarchy. So we have to start with a slash. Okay, sorry. We have to start with a simple slash. Okay, so slash this represent a entire disk root directory. Okay, not root user directory. There's a lot of there is a small confusions are there. This is a root directory, not root user directory, it is a root directory. It means entire file system start with a slash, like your c drive. So inside a c drive you trying, right? So like this, so you go to the cmd. Okay, I'm going to e drive. See, start with e drive, then only any folder like a cd project. Okay, yeah, so projects. So inside a e drive I have some directories there, like, so e is a, for example, e is a root directory and project is a subfolder. Same thing is goes in a linux also, it's a slash. Okay, yeah, practically we can see, practically also we can see, so that's not a big deal. Okay, next, under this slash there is a few folders are there. Under this slash few folders are there, so you must carefully look at that one. So one of the folder is like a etc. Okay, what is this etc? Etc is belongs to configuration related one. Etc folder is belongs to configuration file stores in etc. Sorry, etc. Yeah, right. 20 is okay, guys. It is visible, right? Etc.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Next one is etc is a configuration files, like you install some service, the service related configuration file. So like that, the configuration files in a etc. Boot, this is the first important one actually. Boot contains bootloader files. Boot folder contains bootloader files. Okay, bootloader files like a boot mgr in a windows, the bootloader files are in a linux, it is contained. So what are the bootloader files in a linux? Is called a grub. Okay, grub version 2, actually the call is the call it is grub version 2. So where it stores in a boot folder only. Okay, where it stores it a boot folder only. Next, root. Next one is root. What is this root? It's a root user's home directory. Root is a administrator of Linux machine. Root is a administrator of Linux machine. In Windows, a admin account is there. In Windows and Linux differences, we didn't tell that one. So in a Windows, we have a administrator account. Administrator and administrator account is there. But in a Linux, only one single administrator, that is a root user. Okay, root user is a admin of Linux. Root user is nothing but administrator of Linux machine. Okay, entire your Linux machine, who is the administrator, the root user itself, root name itself root. Okay, name itself root. The root folder represent root user's home directory. He also personal data, right? So that data it is. Next, home. Home. Home means regular users home directory. For example, I have a users are there, so I'll go to, yeah, very good, Akil is small name, so we'll go to the small names. I create a user in my Linux machine, Akil, Sumit, Neha, you very good name, Yash. Okay, so these are users in my, these are users in my Linux machine. These are users in my Linux machine. So then these folders will be created under home directory. How it is look like, I'm writing here, guys. Carefully look at slash home slash, okay, because I given a cap letter, so compulsory cap letters on. So this is a home directory for Akil user. Next, slash home slash Sumit. This directory means under slash home is a directory. Home is a directory. Under home, Sumit is another directory. Sumit is another directory. So whenever Sumit logins, this directory will be mounted automatically. So whenever he created a files, it creates under this directory only. So that is home directory of Sumit. Slash home slash Sneha. Whenever Sneha logins, the home directory of Sneha is slash home slash Sneha. Okay. For Ash, like this only. For a root user, it is like slash root only, because root is under directly under slash. But Akil users, Sumit and Sneha and Ash, those directories will, their home directory will create under slash home. So this is the home directory structure. Okay. Next one is dev. Sorry, use this one. Is this is the better? Okay. Next is a dev. What is a dev? Dev is a directory which stores all hardware files. Dev is a directory which stores your hardware files. It means CD-ROM, CPU, hard disk. Okay, hard disk, like that, all hardware related, printer. keyboard, mouse, like that. So all related to hardware, okay, it stores in a dev directory. Always like a slash dev. Always like a slash and dev. Always we have to write slash etc slash boot, like that. Okay. So I will write here few things like a slash boot is portable files, mainly bootloader. When you start your PC, the first thing you'll load from the slash boot folder only. Okay, mainly bootloader stores in a slash boot only. Bootable file stores in a files only. Slash etc stores configuration files. Slash etc stores configuration files. Slash root. What I said about slash root? Okay. Slash home means home directory. Okay. Next one. There are a lot of important things are there, but okay, we'll go to that one also. Bin. Next one is yes bin. Next one is yes bin. Okay. So what is this bin and s bin? Slash bin slash yes bin. Okay. Bin and s bin. It is a regular users. Okay. So users CMD stores here. Okay, you're a user, you are giving a command like a ls command is there. Okay, date command is there, time command is there, or maybe you want to create a file, then it is touch command is there, va command is there. These are all regular users command stores in a bin. Okay, but few commands are there like a password command is there. Okay, pass wd command is there. Okay, pass wd command is there, or maybe user add command is there, user del command is there, group add command is there, group del command is there, like that. So these are a administrator commands. So admin command stores in as bin. Usually your shell command stores in bin or a as bin. Okay, so that is a bin and as bin. Next one is same as a bin and as bin. So USR, not USER. Guys, remember USR only. USR having a sub file thing are like a local bin, yes bin, okay, like a docs, okay, like that. A few kind of subfolders also there. Like USR is a kind of stuff. Like if whenever you install a application related data, application related data stores in VSR only. Like you install a Java bin file stores here only. Someone put a okay. Okay. Sir, could you tell me why we use this all commands and and where we have to use this everywhere? Everywhere in a Linux, compulsory file system hierarchy compulsory is required. Compulsory we required because of without knowing in a Windows without knowing anything you can use it. So another one more point we can tell it is user friendly. We forget this one. So user friendly. Windows is a user friendly. You don't know anything, also still you can use it. You don't require more knowledge on it. Okay, it is not user friendly. Not much. That's why you are using. Windows is a highly, because it's a user friendly. First of all, it's a user friendly. It is not a user friendly. We need a trained professionals are required. Okay, only trained people only we can able to use this one. So that is a another thing. Okay, what is the use of command? It is not, I didn't tell any command here. This is the architecture of files. You go to the file, like I showed, see, look at here. I showed where is our operating system files are located, where is application files are located, where is user profile data located in Windows. Same as where are the things located in a Linux, where are the things are located in a Linux only. Okay, that's it. I didn't do anything newly. Okay, I'm telling how the Linux system is look like inside, and it is should know before you what you doing it. There is a few more things to discuss before you install a Linux, like about a boot you should know, home you should know, where we should know, okay, slash you should know. Okay, so how it is allocated to get to that point also I'm telling now only. And it is very important to know this file system hierarchy. There's a two diagrams are very important. One is kernel and shell diagram is very important, and another diagram is, this is the very important diagram. Okay, and why I put a dots here? Dot means this bin is shortcut to this bin. Okay, and this s bin is a shortcut to this s bin only. Okay, like that. See, this is what I am trying to write on this thing. Okay, what I will do, so I'll go with the only two more, and we can say like this. Oh shit. Eh, why this is bending? This is better. Next one is a temp. Temp stores temporary data, like while you are installing an application, or maybe you store a data in a temp. So temp store data temporarily. Temporarily it stores the data. Okay, so it won't store anything. It stores the data temporarily. At a temp, what is it? For 30 days. Okay, only 30 days. Again, okay, because it's blocking my view. Okay, it stores the data for next 30 days. It means if I'm install some application. When I'm installing an application, so data, certain data will be created in a temp folder. So that will be there for next 30 days. That will be there next 30 days. Or maybe I created some data in a temp folder now today. Next 30 days it will be there. If in case maybe after 10 days someone accessed the data or modified the data of that particular file, and it will be there for next 30 days. Okay, if no one is touches, today I created a file and left like that only, no one is touched that file, no one is read the file, no one is write something in the file, nothing is there. Okay, no refreshment, no one is touched that particular file. So in the next 30 days, after 30 days completed, automatically it will deletes. So it stored data temporarily for 30 days. So if no refreshment or no access of that particular file, okay, it will delete after 30 days, because that is the meaning. So even, yeah, where is another important one. Okay, there is a lot of things in the where, but nothing is in particular also. Where actually stores a log files, means something has happened to your PC, something like your login to the PC, you install some application, you uninstall some application. Okay, so these data is like a log files are there. So logs usually stores in a slash where only. Okay, certain application related dynamic data files like a www represent web server related files, okay, ftp related files. So these kind of files will stores in your val also. So var represents dynamic data. Var represents dynamic data. Dynamic means dynamically changes, so you can put a data and some people access the data also. Okay, parallelly people will access the data. Maybe some data will be stored there. We can modify the data remotely like that. Okay, so it data is not constant always, its data is changes repeatedly. Okay, so out of all these things, very important things you should remember. One is a boot means bootable file stores in this one. Root is a root users home directory. Home with a certain name, it means the user's home directory. Okay, dev means device files like a cd-rom, hard disks, like that. These files stores in dev only. Bin has been stores commands, simply commands. Later you can see admin command or user commands. So basically it both stores commands only. Usr, whenever you install an application, it stores in a usr only. Temp, it will stamp store the data temporarily. Etc is another very very important directory. Etc is a configuration files. All configuration files stores in a etc, including user passwords, group information, user information, everything stores in a etc only. The entire behavior are a settings. Configuration means also we can say settings. Setting files. Configuration are a, you know, name is little bit new for you, so then you can say the settings related files. Okay, settings related files also stores in a etc. Entire behavior based on a etc mainly. Where is a dynamic files, dynamic data or dynamic files, it is there like a data which changes rapidly like a log files, web server related files, ftp related files also. Okay, may I completed everything. Where USR temp has been run is not a good thing. Okay, not an important one. Yeah, that's it. That's enough. There are a lot of files are there. OPT is there. Okay, do not think this is enough. There are a lot of files are there. OPT, lib, run is usually for media files. So you can also add a run also. Run is usually like a media related files. No, no. Yeah. Run means when you mount a disk, that is also a run file is there in a world system and also currently also available, but we are not talking about it. That is mnt mount files, mount kind of stuff. Run mount is almost neighbors type. Okay, related. Run and mount is almost a related one. What is a mount kind of stuff? When you add a hard disk, when you are having a hard disk, or when you insert a cd-rom, when you connect a pen drive, so automatically it connects to that one. It connect. Okay, you to connect it for a temporary, mounting device, mounting folder. Okay, mnt is a temporary mount folder or a directory. Guys, folder directory both are same. Okay, run usually like a media connector. Run usually don't connect a hard disk to files kind of stuff. Media connectors like a cd-rom, pen drives, run will use that time. mnt, it connects anything like a hard disk folder. Later on days you will understand one by one, guys. First day you don't understand, that's why I'm taking this day full day classes. Why? Because of there are a lot of things. It is linux is like a version. Okay, and in a linux, important thing in a linux is you cannot say cannot. You can't say cannot. Why? Because if I do something with some command, Same thing we can do with a different command also. If you learn some commands, like you learn a 10 commands, and there is a task, and you don't understand, like you don't know the command for do that particular task, maybe you can use what you know. With that one also you can achieve the task. Okay, like that. So there is a so many things we can able to do with the Linux system. Okay, and a lot of people are asking a question, that is why we should learn this Linux, or why we are using this Connect, where we are using this. So simply tell guys, Linux is very lightweight system. First of all, second is a secured one, third one is most of our application and server related we use in a Linux base, like a database servers. You may work with a Windows system, like your Oracle database kind of stuff. You may install in a Windows system for your practice purpose. But Oracle related SQL or MySQL servers, usually you put it in a Linux based system only. We whenever we use a web applications or a web servers are basically Linux based systems only. Okay, application servers, web servers, these are all Linux based system we are using in a real time. So compulsory should you should learn the Linux. And what are the Linux commands we are learning here? That is more than enough to do so many tasks with the Linux servers. Okay, so maybe some people feel like, yes sir, we didn't learn everything. No problem, what are you learn here, it is always useful. Okay, so that's it. So Linux is very powerful operating system, and everything is practical. Today only the starting day, and that is morning, that to the theory part. Okay, so this is a Linux file system hierarchy. Okay, anybody having doubts in the file system hierarchy? File system is ext3 ext4 kind of stuff. XFS is a file system. Okay, but these are a hierarchy. It means slash is the main directory, etc boot root home dev bin has been usr temp var run mount, like this. Okay, these are all under slash only, and under that one only anything, any file is there available. Okay, you are not yet seen the Linux machine, so that's why you may not able to imagine. But guys, not everything is a plain in this world. Okay, so you must go through once, and then when you see you will understand. Definitely we'll see in afternoon that one. Okay, Linux file system hierarchy. Anybody having doubts or anything?